Hello, everybody, and welcome to Community Coaching, number 2 of 2018. I'm here with Kid at Heart, playing Leoric. Say hello, my friend.
Hello.
Can everybody hear him properly? You can see the screen and everything, right?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, we're gonna jump into a Towers of Doom game with Leoric. So this is a Diamond 5, right?
Yes, I had already hit my decline in this one.
I
Maybe
almost
I
said
was Diamond
excellent.
4.
There we go.
If I was lucky, I was Diamond 4.
Okay.
So,
sorry.
okay.
No, what was that?
I was gonna say, Leoric is I'm very comfortable on him. I like him a lot. Yeah, I don't have as many games after the rework, but I'm still pretty familiar with him. And I've played the Arthas Leoric matchup a lot on both sides, and so he's kind of my go-to against an Arthas. To just because he's just a free bag of HP usually, because he
exactly.
doesn't have any stuns. And then they took a variant. I was like, this is a great pick. But I feel like because I'm solo laning most of the time, I think I might have been able to do more macro to help the team win, because the 4-man struggles a lot.
See,
So.
but you wouldn't think that your 4-man would be struggling a lot, right? Like, you've got everything that you need. Like, if Murden lands a stun, like, that's Chromie, that's Malfurion following up. Like, they shouldn't have too much trouble. In fact, your 4-man wins as long as they play it properly. Like, if Arthas goes top, they have a Varian, which isn't really even much of a hero until level 10. So, honestly, I would just assume that your 4-man wins and your solo lane wins. This is a perfect draft, in my opinion. Not like obviously perfect, but like you guys win on both sides of the map, in my opinion. And you're absolutely right. The Leoric into Arthas is fantastic, just because you win like pretty much every trade with them throughout the entire game. There's not a whole lot that Arthas can do against you. That being said, you run with block. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I figured that Varian was going to be the solo laner here, not Arthas, but.
Yeah, I actually took the swing heal. Bird into the block.
Oh wait, yeah. Sorry, you took consume, which is what I would expect you to do. That's good. So basically, in order for you to win this lane, you just have to line up your W, preferably when he doesn't have protect at level 4. If he does go it, aside from that, just look to trade into him pretty much as often as you can with your W up. Try not to trade into him unless your W is up, because I don't think you actually come out on top if all you're doing is trading autos and he's blocking some of your auto attacks. It's only when your W is up. So you're going to want to look to just hit him with a Q and then W him on top of that, right? And that's pretty much it.
Right. It's a little bit laggy for me.
It is?
Right now, the screen is, yeah.
Okay. We can try changing some of the settings. Let's see what we can do here.
I was getting like 2 FPS.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm on 720p, 30 frames per second. I can try dropping it down to 480p, or I can try dropping it down to 15 frames per second. It's up to you.
Not just the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just 480p.
Okay, let's try that. Do you see everything?
If not, I can still hear you fine. So.
Okay. All right, you should see everything now, right?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, back into the game. And so you're basically just playing this lane properly. What you do want to do is try to like push up on this guy as much as you can, because you do win this lane. Yeah, you're just absolutely dominating him.
Yeah, this is another one of those matchups I've played a lot where I just know there's no way he can beat me.
Okay.
So.
And that's what you want to do. Like, you just want to pressure all game. That's pretty much it right now. And we'll see what ends up happening. The only thing you do have to be cautious of is ganks, but like, there's no way this guy kills you. You literally just E and walk away. Like right here, you should have already E'd, and then just look to dodge this, dodge up. Yeah, so like I think you could have easily dodged here, because you know his only way of getting onto you is by Howling Blast. So like right here, when you see him, just start walking away. That's good. And then you just drop your E to get away from the slow. And then, yeah, you can even cancel, because he's probably thinking that you're just going to run it to its duration. Most people think that. You always Ah, but you're still within his E range,
Yeah,
so that's the only problem. So right there is when he rips it. But then right there, you have to start moving upwards right off of it. That's all. I think he could have
I
dodged it.
tried going a little towards the end, but it was too late.
You actually win this trade, though, if you land your W.
Yeah, as soon as my minion wave came up, I was like, I'll keep fighting you, Arthas.
Yep. And that's fine. And now you can just tap and walk into this bush and just wait and see what happens, because you don't know where Arthas is right now until he shows on a wave. You actually just get right up. Yeah, so now you're actually soaking. You still don't know where Arthas is. He could be ganking you, but you just tapped, so pretty safe. Looks like Vala's just going to... She's Q build, so she's going to help you out with a camp. That's sweet. I want to watch how this game turns on its head.
So this is one of those moments where they didn't push in the Merc camp. Like, it still hit the fort wall, but you'll notice they got the Merc camp, and then they immediately all left. And then she came right back at the top. And that's one of the issues we had in the game, where we weren't pushing Mercs.
Okay.
Or defending bot lane in general.
Okay, well, let's see what you end up doing. Okay, you in range. It's fine. You got 5 seconds left. Yeah, I guess that's probably worth it. Just trading out at this point. I was gonna say you could also just push the lane one time, because you do have Vala here, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, and then you end up grouping.
Should I have double soaked?
I think so.
Okay.
It depends. Like, it's hard to say.
I feel like double soaking is much more difficult without Neo Peasants.
It is, yeah. But you can still do it pretty reasonably.
This is where I start to notice issues with our 4-man.
Yeah.
This opening fight.
Well, like, look at that little engagement. Like, Valo completely wasn't there. Is this... Okay. If you clear top and mid, that's you doing something on the map that guarantees your team getting experience. If you come down and then your like ranged carry just walks away from a fight, you're straight up just losing, right? Because now you're not pushing in top. Now you're not pushing in mid. You're relying on your teammates to show up. When like Vala is already just like showing that she doesn't really care too much about team fights. Like, she completely abandoned the 4-man just to grab a camp top for you. Like, it's not a bad thing, but it's reading her playstyle, you know?
Okay.
And then you just head back up. He's just a little bit quicker here, but you guys ended up losing a little bit, but not a whole lot. But that is a lot of experience we did miss by walking down. Like, I'm pretty sure you would have been up 7 and a little bit here.
Okay.
But it's a tough call, right? Like, deciding whether to leave your team or soak, right?
Right. I was losing. My confidence was shaken at this point. 'Cause like I said, I told you I had a massive losing streak. I couldn't win on anything. I couldn't win doing anything. And so I probably zoned in a bit much in this game.
Yeah.
Trying to just focus. Okay, win my lane. You know, do this, do that.
I think you're playing too safe. Like. So let's say, even if they do, if they send Arthas up here, they never kill you, okay? If they send Arthas and Lunara, maybe they do kill you. Maybe they do, but then they commit 3 resources to the top lane. Your team can take your easies, or sorry, both siege camps bottom and push them in and probably get a fort off of it. You're Leoric, you're allowed to die. It's part of your kit. I'm not saying feed, right? But put more pressure on. Like, right off this, I would already be mounting up and walking right for this tower. Immediately, just go and force on it. And I can like already see you're indecisive. You like mount up, you walk away a little bit, you auto attack him once, you Q, and then like 1 auto, and then you walk away. There's 3 autos missed, 4 autos, 5 autos, 6 autos. Still just hit this tower, crush this tower the entire time. Just force up on this guy.
All right.
And even here, just force up on it. I guess you do have 12 seconds, so you should be going bottom, but this tower should have been gone for sure.
Okay.
Just good rotation. Nice, get right onto their back line. You got the right drain target.
So in my mind, there's no way we should let a variant just walk by. I don't know if I could have done something, so I felt like I was on Arthas and I was pushing out Lunara. I feel like maybe Muradin should have caught that, or maybe I should have killed that.
I think this is 1 auto from you. Okay, you probably couldn't. Yeah, not quite. You could have swung and got him, but yeah.
Okay.
All you need to do here is just protect from Malfurion. That's the only reason why you're here, right? I even think that you're forced up a little bit far because they have to fight into you. And if you're body blocking here, Li Ming can't get her spells through. Lucio's not going to be able to get through. Nobody's going to be able to get through. Arthas can't do it. Lunara can't do it. I actually think you just walked up a little bit too far in this.
Okay.
Like, boom, hit him, and just chill, like right here. And just look to body, because all you want to do is just enable. Like, I would actually just be walking into this bush now.
Okay.
Because you got Muradin here as well. Like, I don't know what. Look at the Vala, man. She just like has no interest in skirmishing. Like, if this is an auto Q, that's a dead Lunara. Oh my gosh, no way.
This Lunara actually kind of kicked our Vala's ass once again.
But like, watch. So Vala just so out-traded. Boom, auto's down here. Auto's down here. Now walk right back. She has vision of this Lunara. This Lunara's not allowed to be here. This Lunara is dead, no matter what. No matter what happens right here, this Lunara is dead. Look at these abilities, up in 4 seconds. Oh, okay, I guess she could have, no, I'm like 90% sure she dies. But yeah, I think you just needed to do a bit of a better job on just protecting the Malfurion there.
Okay. So I was like, well, I'm caught here now. I'm just gonna trade my life for damage.
Yeah. Oh, that was unfortunate though. Chromie didn't stall.
Another thing I noticed, yeah.
The W goes out onto the front line. W should definitely be going out to stall. You guys have a Chromie on your team.
I pinged it. Yeah, that's a me ping.
That's okay.
So.
All right. Off of that, you should. So like Varian is doing a little bit of a better job than you are at this point. Off of this, we're not fighting for anything right now, right? Literally nothing. We're not fighting for any objective, and we have the stronger solo lane, so we want to get in the 1-4-0 setup as fast as possible, because our 4-man should win, and our solo lane, you win. So you staying down here longer basically just gives them value where they shouldn't, because it allows Varian to just sit up on this wave. Right. So immediately off...
Our Chromie did try to temporal the Lunara, and I was going to try to follow up on that, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then I paid for it.
So, wait, where's Varian? Where's his soak at? 5,000 almost, and you're at 4. So he is doing, yeah, and then they have to go top off of it. So I think that was another little mistake there. If you just backed off as soon as that objective finished getting capped by your opponents and just immediately rotated mid, cleared it, and then walked top off of that.
Okay. I went top there. That was probably a mistake.
I mean,
there was already a Vala and...
Yeah, definitely. You should have gone mid instead, or honestly even just stayed bottom at that point. Malfurion and Vala should never be up here. There's no reason. Like I said, we want this 1v1. Like, look, you body this Varian so hard. You know, it's a little bit more difficult now that he's got Colossal, but still. Actually, he might even be able to beat you with Colossal. I'm not too familiar with this matchup in particular.
He does a lot of damage to me. If I had taken the armor, it probably would have been better. But so at this point, I know he's a Colossus Smash variant, and I don't want him in this fight at all. So I am willing to actually maybe die there to just keep him out of the fight. But he backed off, and so I just tapped.
Yeah, that was fine what you just did there.
Okay.
Your team ends up losing the cap for it though. Like, what I don't get is how we're not able to stall any of these with a Chromie on our team. I guess she wasn't there for that, or no? She's right here chilling. She's got full health, full mana.
She dropped the bomb on Lunara.
Okay. You hate to see the Lunara live with 40 HP. It's so true. That was pretty rough. That's okay.
Yeah, and at this point, I am starting to maybe panic a little bit because I realize how much we're struggling with something as simple as interrupting with a Chromie.
Yeah.
And so I saw Varian top, and I was like, I want to fight 4v5 right here because they're past the 50% mark. And we have temporal loop, and it just, the loop goes down, timing's off though, and so it just whiffs and nothing happens. I whiff my march.
Ooh, I was gonna say this is the freest march downwards if you can. So you land auto Q and W right here. You get it? Yeah. So I would just be waiting for the Lunar to jump again and then just looking. Yeah, march down into the left right now. Ooh, it's big. Oh, it's huge. It's so big. It's still hitting Dami. That's all that was. Just a little bit of a misplay. And they get out of that for free? Oh, boy.
She missed the timing on the loop combo. And so Li Ming just got away. And then they speed boost with Lucio.
And our Muradin misses Stormbolt there. Immediately, again, not fighting for anything, go mid or go top. Like, okay. I need you to do this faster. Like, you're doing...
Nothing.
Yeah. So what you did here with this rotation, trying to fight them when they're, you know, like the 90% mark in the wave, that's good. That's fine. Yes, it was misplayed, but obviously you know that, and you know how to fix that in the future. You guys don't find the pick, but right here off of that, like you guys aren't finding anything. The Stormbolt went out, it missed, like immediately off that, you mount up and go mid or top, probably top here. Oh, 1 second, I gotta set something on my computer. There we go. Okay, but yeah, just immediately off of that, make sure you rotate and get back into your side lane. Just because they're slowly inching forward in XP. And your teammates are seeing it too. Like this Muradin, you should have been where this Muradin was. You were actually in a better position than Muradin to rotate, but he got up there fast. Sure.
And she asked why I left top.
Yeah. They are right here for sure. Oh, one more auto. Yeah, buddy.
Right before he drops the beat.
Yeah.
Right before.
Yeah. I'm so glad you turned around and swung one more time. That was good.
Yeah, I was like, it didn't work. The end.
Yep.
That's all it was.
Like the trade is fine here just because we're a little bit behind. But we just don't want to keep trading, you know? Like we'll want to fight them sooner rather than later. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna mess this one up. Okay, Malf, I see you. And he's dead.
Yeah, Varian saw him too.
Yeah, Varian dies though. And now we just take top fort. They're gonna trade for bottom fort, but whatever.
It wasn't a great trade.
It was a good trade.
But by the time, well, they walk in 3
pumpkins.
pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and this is another one of the situations where I'm trying to force the wave in, hope they miss the XP, but they got up there fast enough.
Yeah.
Then we don't push these pumpkins in, and I am utterly confused.
It's fine. Basically, like, okay, off of this, they're going to take back top, but we take back bottom, and we catch mid-wave and probably force it out, maybe even get a tower off of it. You guys are back to equal. In a game where you're behind the entire time, I'm happy with getting back to equal.
We shouldn't have tried to push those pumpkins in at least?
I mean, yeah, but it's not the end of the world. If your team doesn't posture up for it and you're the only one, you can't do it yourself, right? Yes, if this were like a HGC game, I think that trade should have been absolutely equal, wherein that you get top pumpkins pushed in and they get bottom pushed in. And then you started from behind, so your team actually benefits from it more. But in this context, your teammates just immediately backed off. And if I saw them do that and I was the Leoric, I would have backed off too. Just rotate mid. You see Vala bottom. She's taking this back. And now off of this, like I said, it's a completely even game. But we have somebody bottom. So technically, if you can actually just watch a rotation bottom and protect this Vala, like we should be able to cap ours and bottom and we get double cap off this, hopefully.
I actually call for that. I tell them to get ready to head bot because I have a pretty good cap here.
Yeah. So nobody heads bottom and we invade. See, like this is wild. If our team wants to get 2 altars here, then just position down bottom. We already had the positioning. All we needed was 1 warrior, i.e. you or Muradin, to stop this Arthas.
Yep. Muradin jumped, and then he just... So I have to stop the channel to keep this variant off our Chrome main.
Vala, go. Auto. Wait. Oh, I'm getting upset right now. Holy, Varian actually bodies Arthas, or I mean Leoric with that build. Yeah, your team definitely should have gotten 2 altars there. Go.
Like people just keep walking in for free. Something I've noticed in a lot of these objectives.
I want to know how Vala died down there. That's all I want to know, but I'm not willing to go back and watch it. Unless should we go back and watch it? That's fine, doesn't matter. You come back alive, but yeah, your team should have definitely gotten 2 altars there, like no questions asked. And I actually could put that on you because you could have been one of the 2 warriors that goes bottom instead of you back capping. Because like, thing is, okay, you have a Chromie, right? Like I know, I guess historically she hasn't been doing a great job stalling, but check this out. When we saw Vala bottom and the rest of their team was showing top because they took top fort, we know that we have positional advantage over the bottom shrine. The only way that they can get in is through the lane or through the jungle. So literally, if you just position right here, Arthas can never get onto Vala unless he rotates aggressively. But even if he does, then he's just dead. Then you kill him and then take bottom. Meanwhile, Chromie just chills in complete safety and she can stall every single one of these. No questions asked. So what you could have done is just typed in Chromie stall ours, don't invade, I'm protecting Vala bot while you're rotating. You could have done that.
Okay.
I know it's tough because it's a lot on your shoulders, but that is something that I know you're capable of, and that's something that you could have done. And it was part of your role as the warrior. It is part of your, or as a, you know, either solo laner or anyone who can just survive down there, right? You know, right. A Chromie walking down and standing in front of Arthas saying, "You're not allowed to hit my Vala," isn't as imposing as a Leoric. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I felt like I made that call though when I told them to go bot. So I thought Muradin would have done what you said I could have done.
But you would have died. If your team listened to you and all rotated bottom, you only get 1 off of that because you can't solo defend top. They literally just put 1 on theirs and 4 invade on yours, and then they get 2. The whole point is maximizing on the 1 we already have bottom, because the only way they stall that while capping both top is sending 1. They don't know that Vala, or they probably know that Vala's standing on that because she was taking bottom, but if your whole team rotates down bottom, they're like, oh, lol, it's only a Leoric up here? Okay, we just invade him with 4 people while we back cap 1 and kill him, and then we get 2. The only scenario there, I think, in which you get 2 is if either you or Muradin go down and stall, and I think it would have been better for you.
Okay. Like, I can think of these things in my head, but I still do not have mastery over a keyboard. Yep. Like I can type words, I can type documents and all that, and I can play functionally enough in this game, but I am not very able to sit in the middle of a game, type these things, even in short little bursts. I know a lot of people are very anxious about voice chat, but I think that's one of the things that's really going to help me.
Yep.
Specifically, because I can do that. I can speak. You know?
Yep.
I can convey thoughts.
Oh, where's the swing? There it is. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. Actually had a good ult for once.
Yeah, I think could have come out a tiny bit sooner. So, okay, I'm actually going to watch this team fight. So, what's your job in team fights?
Controlling Arthas.
Wrong. No.
Get on the back line?
Yeah, you need to reduce their damage dealers. That's your whole job with this build. So you want to Q, and then you want to E onto their damage dealers. They can never kill you, ever, ever, ever. Or your team. As long as these guys are reduced damage by 50%, they can't do anything. Like, if you E right now... Okay, hold on. Let's watch this again.
Okay.
So check this out. Teamfight's coming in hot. Perfect. Land the W. You guys are already winning this team fight. Okay. Vala's coming down. You're okay. You just have to survive. Here's your E, but your E needs to get onto Lunara and onto Li Ming. That's all you have to care about right now. Do not stop your E. Do not stop it. Hit these two right now. Hit them. One.
Got Lunara. I didn't
Yeah,
get
you didn't get Li Ming. And then stop here. Just get in their face. Make them attack you. Make them kill you. Make them trade heroics onto you. You're Leoric. You want to die in these fights. It's not necessarily that you want to die, but you want them to trade into you, right? Because you gain value actually from dying. If the enemy team trades all their heroics at 50% damage into you and you die off of it, your team straight up wins the fight. There's just no way you lose it. So yeah, if you had the reduction right now and you immediately Q both of these backliners because they were certainly in range of it, you've got another E, you're resetting again. You're already back here now. You're here now. You're Qing them again. You're Eing on top of them again. They can't do anything. But the Li Ming actually just like shredded your team there with full damage.
Okay. Definitely see that.
Leoric is so annoying when he hits level 16. Alright, let's see how this one plays out. Again, we just need to E onto this back line. Even right here, yeah, it's good. I just stop and just pressure this Lunara. This Arthas should not be able to...
Did I do wrong going? Because I saw the Arthas just walking in, and because that Lunara just dumps it on Muradin. So I thought my HP was better served back there.
My only concern is where was Malf? Okay, he's capping. That's what Malf was doing. So us fighting up for this. Okay, I see it. Best thing to do here.
Right there. Okay.
Is for you to just control these two bushes with your warrior, make them fight into you, and then have Chromie safely stall. But that's not what happens. Because Malfurion was bottom side, healing up. Or sorry, taking the altar there. Right off of that, I would have immediately ulted. So like right here, basically, I would have ulted.
Yeah, Smash Variant just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Ooh, buddy. Okay. So now we just traded 1 for 1, and we have the Leoric. Like, this is actually a good scenario for us. This is so perfect. This is so perfect. They have 3 up and we have 4, right? But we've got the Chromie, so we just play the time game here. Auto, where's your autos? Oh, this Vala, man. That's fine, we'll play the time game because you're on your way up. They're actually forced in here. This is actually really good what Arthas is doing. But, yeah, okay, Muradin gets it. Muradin's in small trouble though.
Should he have done that, Muradin?
Stalled? Or popped his avatar? Oh, he shouldn't die. He should be dodging everything, but...
Well, also he abandoned Chromie and Malfurion, who had an army of the dead this on.
I know. It's just...
Like, I thought it would have been better just to live another day.
See, this is the problem. Look where Muradin is. This is the entire problem. Okay, okay. So warrior mains, what do you do when you... What's the role of warrior here? You're trying to protect your backline, are you not? Like, you guys can't really hard engage. Your team's basically just waiting for them to cap so that Chromie can stall and waiting for you to come back because your death timer beats out variance. But like, look what Muradin's doing. Yeah, okay, sure, he dodged some spells, but he stays up here. He's literally just like... He had the door to the backline locked by standing here, and then he just walks up here. And then he doesn't come back. Autos,
Stunned right there.
Autos, and then walks left. Like, he just completely dips. By doing that, it just allowed their team to just push in, and now Chromie can't stall. So I get that he walked up and stalled like this. That's good, but the problem is now Chromie's just stuck back here, and Malf dies. Malf needs to be spamming Moonfire. Oh. Yeah, that's kind of rough.
I let the thing go. Just like, there's no way we can win it now. Just get the Arthas kill. Back out. Should I have stalled that even further?
I don't know.
I think sometimes I'm too quick to
Abandon?
judge something
Okay.
to be like, okay, this is lost. Just give it up.
Oh no, you totally could have stalled this.
Okay.
I mean, even if you just get one auto off, the whole point. Yeah, no, you definitely could have. But I don't know what that really would have done in the long term, right? Because yeah, you stall at one time, cool. They've got a Lucio, they've got like so much backline damage. You're not going to be able to just push in and take it. And Varian's on the way. So yeah, maybe you stall at the one time, but I don't think you get away with a whole lot more. But like this game's still super close. It's definitely winnable.
So, if you go back, our Vala has full health and like half mana, and I thought she was gonna go tap, and I realized way too late that she wasn't there, and I thought we were just gonna burn these pumpkins down.
Okay.
And so I just made a mental error here. Thought we were gonna have more damage on this. Right here is where you see where I'm like, oh, Vala's not here. Fuck. And so I just try to keep.
Oh no.
I was gonna trade my life for Chromie, but then Lunar just outplayed me. Chromie
You
state.
died so fast. Goodbye, Chromie. Yeah.
I was like, why would we give them 6 pumpkins?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like I thought it, but I didn't communicate it at all. They got 4 or 5 of them in, and Murden died for nothing.
Game's still not over, okay? Ooh, do we get top off this? Oh, the wave is perfect. We do. Okay, so it's back down to 4-4. Should be. Go, archers. Okay. Where are you? You're right there. This is good.
So,
How the hell did
yeah.
we lose this? Okay, I thought
So
that
I scouted the bush with my creepy ghost, and then I saw because he auto attacked mouth. I was like, collapse on this immediately. He can't live.
No.
We need this.
You position yourself so weird here. So again, like your job is to make it so that they don't get in, right? You just want to isolate this guy and kill him. I don't know why you would ever go this way instead of this way.
Okay.
Because if you walked here and then you march this way, holy crap, that would have done so much. I guess it could, it could be just like the heat of the moment sort of thing. But yeah, I think you should definitely be trying to go left off of that. The scout was good. Find Lucio. I have no idea why he's there, but that's a good silence, honestly. Yeah, right off this, move left, and then use your ult. Oh, that's so close.
And then there's a Lunara, and I just took too much damage.
Yeah, I think you just actually off of this. Just immediately mount up right now. Mount up and go and tap mid. Mount up and tap. You walk up for one auto. She heals you once, or he heals you once. But yeah, just like standing up here and trading a death like that, super not worth it. And they cap bottom. Cap this as well. Jeez. Aw, this guy's a butthead. You're not a noob, man.
I actually called this. I called this replay Noob Leoric. I feel like I had 2 bad deaths there, but I think every other death I traded for another.
So you did not play early aggressive enough. That's my one problem that I saw. You absolutely body Varian and you body Arthas. Either of those solo lane scenarios, you win so hard. There's no chance either of them have any way of beating you in the lane. The only thing they can do is send resources top, which they did. They sent up the Arthas to try to kill you, but you can very easily just E away and then dodge his W. Even if you don't dodge his W, he's not killing you. Like you land one W on him and walk away. Like you're the spooky healing ghost, right? There's just no possible way that they kill you. The only way they do it is if they send 3, right? They send up the Lunara 2, something like that. And then they just run you down that way. but then they commit 3 resources to top, and it's a Leoric. Like, that basically means your team has the option to win the game bottom side. They can invade camp, they can take walls, they can do whatever they want. But yeah, I just really felt in watching you move, and as I was highlighting it, like, you actually played reluctantly top lane. It's like you didn't believe in yourself. You even said going into this game that you're like, oh, I picked Leoric because, you know, he bodies Arthas, he bodies Varian, but then you didn't play it that way. You were winning. You missed 1 W in lane, I believe, right? Which, you know, you don't want to miss any
I
Ws,
still
but
won.
exactly, you
I
still
still won.
absolutely smashed. Yeah, you should have just pushed that much, much harder. The fact that Vala even came top and got the siege camp for you, the sappers, sorry, and then we didn't take fort early, or no, maybe not even fort, but just the nature of top lane was not won hard enough considering how it was played out, and how the how the matchup should have been. Like, it just wasn't one hard enough, and I do think that was just on you not playing aggressive enough. Number 2, your team fights. Missing an E on a Li Ming, a burst hero, their main damage dealer, is really like, you really need to make sure that you tag her with your E, because that's your whole job as Leoric, right? You're basically like a glorified Mario Paint. You just need to use your E and just paint the enemy damage dealers with your spooky ghost, and then you win a fight every time. And aside from that, yeah, just what was that? The one was a huge one that I did put on you, because even though you do say you're having a little bit of an issue communicating over the keyboard and such, I do think that you had the right idea with that 3 altar when your Vala was bottom side. It's just it wasn't executed properly, and if all you did was rotate between the mid bottom and just watch their 1 rotation and secure bottom, I think that you would have been easily in a good spot to just defend top with your Chromie. And then obviously, like, we were going over those team fights. Just maybe positioning was a little bit off, and just some of your abilities were a little bit off. And oh yeah, sorry, one more thing. When you guys aren't fighting for anything, Varian was rotating to the solo lanes and mid soak and top soak faster than you were. You can't have that happen. You have to be the one to rotate faster, because you're the better player, you're the smarter player, okay?
Absolutely.
You have to make those rotations first. Varian needs to be like, oh crap, I'm getting nothing done bottom. Why am I still here? Leoric already pushed out a wave. Oh my gosh, I'm missing half a wave top. Holy crap, now Leoric's mid. What do? The spooky ghost is just painting the map red. You know?
Yeah, I just let the tilt just get to me way too hard. Like, because I was so upset, because I was like, it's one thing when my micro is off, like, I miss a skill shot, but I get so frustrated when I don't macro well. It's like, that's all I have. You know, I have to do this well, and so seeing me miss all those waves, not double soaking, that's annoying.
It's okay. That's how we learn, right? We see these replays, we go over them, we find our faults, and we just fix them moving forward.
So in the future as Leoric, should I just focus on double soaking at all times?
Pretty much.
In the early game?
Yeah, pretty much. Try to generate a lead for your team that way as best as you can. You don't have to double, just like pay attention to the map. If your team is just like getting a lot done in the 4-man and they're stacking up, then give them that extra XP. If your team is winning, give them resources to win harder, which is just you putting your tail between your legs and just rushing mid, rushing top, rushing mid, rushing top. If you miss a creep here and there, it's not the end of the world. But the fact that you're doing that and then your team's still winning elsewhere, like, that's beauty. That's what you want.
Okay.
That is what you want. But if you do find that, you know, your team is losing super hard and their solo laner is just rotating out, and the experience that you're gaining for your team isn't actually translating into team fight wins, that's when you need to be like, okay, I need to make sure that I make this rotation and make this team fight happen. And then, of course, we went over all of the points of how you should be looking to play team fights. But keep in mind, Leoric turns on in the 13 and 16 level mark, right? Before that, yes, he can win the lane, but he's not, you know, it's not going to be like, oh my gosh, that Leoric like bodied us so hard. You know, he won 1-7 so hard, it's impossible to come back, right? Like, Leoric's strong. He gets beat by a number of heroes. You know, you can get beat by the Sonya, you can get beat by the Malthael, but Leoric's whole point is grouping in those level 13 to 16 marks and just absolutely shutting down the damage capabilities of the enemy team.
How should I play team fights before 13?
Before?
And 16. Yeah.
Just look at tagging one of their high health heroes with your W, and then just try to find that grouped moment where you can hit a really sick march. That's pretty much it. Staying alive as long as you can. See if you can, trade out a heroic or two onto you. You want to soak damage from the enemy teams, but you don't want to die, right? You want to live. You want to make sure you live with that 10% health. But yeah, that's pretty much how you want to play those fights. And then as soon as the skirmish is over, the faster you get up onto that horse and the faster you get into the lane, the faster you get to that 13, the faster you hit that 16 mark, right? That's what you want. You just want to keep that pressure on your opponent with Leoric.
Okay. All right. I can do that.
All right. I know you can. All right. Let's see the diamond 3s come in, okay? Let's see those diamond 2s start showing up, all right?
Oh, man. All right.
Thanks for submitting the replay, man. I really appreciate it. And
thank you very much, Coach.
Of course. I'll see you again.
See ya.
What a great dude. Hello, everyone. Hope we're all doing well. This is community coaching. I am your host.